Hi Samurais and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I got my hands on the new Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection, and we're going to go through and unbox it and test everything out so that way you guys can see it at home. I am so excited for this collection. I did get part of the one from last year and I absolutely loved what Colourpop did with it, so I'm very excited to try that. I actually did create this look that you see here today using the entire collection, so I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Stay safe, and as always, make good choices. To start today's look, we're going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And we're going to focus this in our T area. Remember, you want to be gentle. When you're applying things to your face. Just rubbing that in gently. Again, focusing on my T-zone because my face does get very oily if I don't. So we're going to let that dry down just a little bit and become a little bit more tacky, and then we'll go in and start our foundation. Now that that's dried for foundation, we're going to go in with the Gucci Fluid de Beauty Natural Finish Fluid Foundation in the shade 110C Fair. And I am going to apply this with my damp beauty blender using my Binks mirror. So I think this might be a little too light for my skin tone. Actually, no, I'm pretty pale. It does a really nice job of covering up the redness that I have. I'm just dragging it down my neck just so we make sure we have that coverage. Now for concealer, we're going to go in with our Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 12S Fair. Now I'm going to go in and set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finish Setting Powder in 05 Fair. And I'm just going right in with my beauty blender and just going to apply that to my skin. as you guys have known, I started reading the A Court of Thorn and Roses books, and I actually just finished the A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is book 4 in this series, and this one was the shorter, I believe the shortest book out of the series. I won't go into too much detail just because, you know, if there's any of you that do want to read it, but I like kind of the cross between, in this book, the kind of aftermath, if you will, of what happens in the 3rd book. But yeah, I have flown through these books so quickly, and I was obsessed with From Blood and Ash, but honestly, after going through this much of the series of the Court of Thorn and Roses, I honestly think that this is like the top superior series that I read thus far. I think next I'm going to read the Crave series by Tracy Wolfe. But if you haven't read A Court of Thorn and Roses, the series, and you like the fantasy romance kind of things, I highly, highly recommend reading the series. Just the character development, the relationship development, of the characters, the description overall is so incredibly done that I honestly don't know how they do it, but it is so good, so good. But I'm excited for the 5th book, which is, I think, A Court of Silver Flames, and then there's a new book coming out next year for this series, which I'm really excited about. So definitely check that out if you like to read. Alright, now that we have our powder set, I'm going to go back in with my JH01 fluffy brush, just to dust off the excess powder, and kind of just blend everything together. For bronzer, as always, I'm going in with my Milani Silky Matte Sunkissed 02 bronzing powder with my tapered JH07 brush. So we are going into the 3rd weekend of October, and I feel like this month has flown by. It's insane. So congratulations also to Desiree, who won the giveaway for the 2 palettes. I'll actually be sending those out soon. Just been a little crazy around these here parts, but I will be getting that out to her. Definitely going to be doing more giveaways in the future. So if you didn't get to participate in this one, make sure you head over to our Instagram page and make sure you follow along, just so that way you know when those giveaways are going to go up. They'll be not few and far between, but they'll be popping up here and there unexpectedly, so definitely keep an eye out for those. For blush, we're going in with my absolute favorite blush, which is the Essence Mosaic Blush in 40 The Berry Connection. And I'm applying this with my angled brush, which is the JH06 brush from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Master Series collection. For highlighter, I am switching it up a little bit on this video. I'm going in with my Jaclyn Cosmetics The Flare Highlighter Palette. And from this palette, I am using the shade Glow Up. And for this, I am using the Jeffree Star Morphe Highlighting Brush. Alright, so now that we've gotten our highlighter applied, we're going in with our Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Latte to do our eyebrows. For our eyeshadow primer, we are going in with our P. Louise base in Rumor 0.5. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid with my finger. Again, be careful when you're applying things around your eyes not to cause any damage to the skin or the eye. Now that we have our foundation and the basics of everything else on our face done, we are going to go in with the new Hocus Pocus Colourpop Witching Hour palette. And this palette is super pretty. It does have the sisters at the bottom of the mirror, but this is the color story for this new palette. I do have the one from last year, which I will link my video up here across the top somewhere for you guys to also check out that review on that palette. But both of them, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The first thing that I am going to do is I am going to go in and set the eyeshadow primer that I used. This palette doesn't have a white or a very light beige color, so I am going to go in with my Going Coconuts palette just to set that eyeshadow primer. And I'm going to be using the shade Shredded, which is this very light, almost skin color nude in the top corner of the palette just to set this primer. And I'm just using a Wet n Wild brush that I got at Walmart probably 8 or 9 years ago. Alright, so this palette, I am going to go through the shades. I will swatch them for you guys just so that way you can see it. Give me just a moment here. I do like, because in the palette you do have the moon stamped into All Hallows Eve. Super cool. Let me just swatch these. I'm just gonna swatch these on my hands for you guys, just because I don't have anything else to put it on. So starting with the bottom shade here, this is 300 Years down here at the bottom. Moving up to this soft yellow creamy color. This is All Hallows Eve. The more orangey or terracotta color, that is Moon is Round. And then the brown, which is a very light brown up here at the top, that is Summon Us. It's a very, very light brown. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it is a very pretty brown that you could use as a transition. So the center of this palette is all like foil glitter shades. I'd say probably more foil shades, just with how these are sitting on the skin. But they are very pigmented, as always. Colourpop's stuff is always extremely pigmented, at least from what I've bought from them before. I haven't really had that much of an issue with their stuff not being pigmented. Alright, so starting down here at the bottom, this is a coppery gold. This is called Under the Ground. Moving up into this orangish copper shade, this is Bubble Bubble. The purple shimmer shade, this is Twist the Bones. And the green shade at the top, that is Circle of Salt. So that is your second row of the palette. This is a 12-pan palette. So you have 3 rows of 4. And let's move on into our last and final row of the eyeshadow palette. Alright, now going into the last row. The brown starting down here at the bottom is Green Newt. The Rust Brick Red on top of the brown is Life Potion. The Dark Plum Purple is Hello Billy. And the teal blue green shade is Fur Black is Black, which this pan actually does have a cat stamped into that pan, which is super cute. So we are going to use this to create the eyeshadow look on this makeup tutorial. To start the eye look for today, I am going to go in with the shade Life Potion, which is that pretty brick red in the last row of the palette, and I am using a Morphe 506 small tapered blending brush, and I'm going to apply this into my crease and buff it out a little bit towards my brow bone, just because I do have hooded eyelids. As for this palette, it does retail for $22, which is a really good price for a 12-pan palette. I did actually change my mind on the brush that I wanted to use. I'm actually going to use the M330 brush from Morphe, just to get a little bit better coverage from the original brush that I was using. Now taking that Moon is Round shade, which is that very soft, or more of like a mustardy, yellowish, orange, brown color. I'm just going to use this to buff out the orange that I've used. Life Potion shade just to blend it all together. And I did continue it down to the corner of my eyelid just to blend all of this together. Now we're going to go over on to our other side and repeat the same process. Now I'm going to take just a clean, large blending brush and just go over all of it just to make sure everything is blended in really nicely. Now going in with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade 00 Fair, which is just the straight up stark white. I am going to go in and do a cut crease, and then once we do the cut crease, we are going to go in and fill that in with those foil shades. And to do this, I am using a JH42 brush. Now going in with my JH41 flat brush, I am going to be taking the shade Bubble Bubble, which is this very pretty orange copper foil shade, and I'm going to start this out on the outer part of the cut crease, and then I'm going to work that in. Taking the blending brush that I used to apply Life Potion, I'm just going to go in and blend the two shades together. taking that same brush and running it through my color changer, I am going to go back in with the shade 300 Years. And I'm going to be applying this into the inner portion of the cut crease. Okay, now that I have that 300 Years shade applied, I did go back in and blend the two shades, the coppery foil color and the 300 Years shade together, so that way they blended flawlessly. To continue this onto my lower lash line, I am going to take Green Mute with my M506 brush and just apply this to my lower lash line. And then go back in with the very tip of that brush that I used for Life Potion, and I'm going to smoke this brown out. So again, this palette is 12 pans. It does retail for $22 on the Colourpop website. Overall, great palette. I love it. So with this collection, it also does come with 3 Super Shock shadows. You have a very orange, shimmery shade. This one is Dost Thou Comprehend? And this one has a skull on the front of it. The next one is To Be Young and Beautiful again. This one has the eye insignia on the front, and it is more of a natural nude shimmer shock shade. And then last but not least, we have the Forever Bewitching, which does have the moon on the front. This one is more of a purple plum glitter super shock shadow. So they do come in this cute unicorn that does have all 3 sisters on the front, and that one by itself retails for, each Super Shock by themselves is $7, or you can get all 3 for $20 on Colourpop's website. With this entire collection, it does come with a spider cutie mark. This is the packaging. This packaging is super cute. It is orange and purple. It has the book, you see Binks, the cauldron. There's a bunch of different things on it, but this is the cutie mark pen itself. It does have the spider on the front, as well as the Hocus Pocus logo, and it is just a stamp for your skin, which is a spider. I am going to add a couple of 2 underneath my eyes for this look. Just 1 on each side. Just to kind of bring it full circle. So when you do buy the entire Hocus Pocus collection, you do get the Black Flame candle. This is from the Soul Body, and it is Who Dares to Light the Black Flame candle. The candle inside is purple, and it does have a very, like, not plum, but fall, and it's not one of those fall candles where it's like overbearing. This is like a nice, subtle fall smelling candle. I want to burn it, but I don't, just to have it, just because you weren't able, I don't believe you were able to get it on its own, but it's super cute. This is the packaging. It does come in super cute. It's really heavy too, but definitely worth it just to have it with the other stuff from the collection. So last but not least from the collection, it does come with 3 lip creams, one for each sister. Let's see. So the first shade, and my favorite Sanderson sister, is the Mary lipstick. It does have her vacuum on the side. Her color is a very pretty, like, nude semi-mauve color. It does have her on the front, and it does have the color on the bottom. I'll go ahead and swatch this on the back of my hand for you. This is the Mary shade, which is called Calming Circle. This is a super pretty, like, brownish nude. Really like it. The next shade, which is Sarah's shade, this one is called Hello Boys, and it does have Sarah on the front as well. This one is just a straight black lip cream. It does have her on the front as well in the black foil, and we'll go ahead and swatch that one as well. Like I said, it is a very straight black on that cream shade for Sarah. And last but not least, we have Winifred, which it does have her on the front. Same thing with Mary and Sarah. It does have what they ride in the movie on the side. And Winifred's is Tonight We Fly, which again, it does have her on the front in the orange foil. And this color is a berry, like a dark berry, more on the purpley side of a berry though. So go ahead and swatch that. And that is Winifred's shade right here at the top. Again, it's a very dark purple berry shade. In overall, each one of these lip creams do retail for $9 each. You can get the entire collection, the mirror, the 3 lip creams, the 3 Super Shock shadows, the Cutie Mark pen, the candle, and the palette, all retailed for $99, which is a steal for this entire collection. Overall, I love this collection and what they did with it. I did get, like I said, I did get the first collection that came out last year. I didn't get the full collection on that one, which I'm kind of like, do I really want to get it or not? I may, just because it is one of my favorite palettes. But let's go ahead and finish today's look, and then we'll come back to my overall thoughts on this collection. So for lips today, I am going to go with our Black Sarah shade, Hello Boys. And last but certainly not least, we're going to go in and curl our eyelashes and apply our mascara. And for mascara, we're going in with the Essence What the Fake Volumizing Fiber Mascara. last but certainly not least, even though I said that about mascara, we're going to go in and set our face. Alright guys, so this is the finished look using the entire Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection. Overall, I really like this collection. I'm a little questionable on the lip creams. I'm more of a matte lipstick person, but I'm going to give this a shot. The palette itself is extremely pigmented. The Super Shock shadows are as well. And the candle, the mirror, all in all, for $99, you really can't beat what you get in this collection. Highly recommend it. If you can get your hands on it, definitely buy it. You won't regret it. For this week, we are not doing any kind of character makeup. I really just wanted to focus on reviewing and unboxing this Hocus Pocus collection from Colourpop for you guys. But we will resume next week. There will be 2 more Halloween looks for a total of 4 for this month, including the Mayor, if you haven't seen that yet, and the Carnage Venom duo that I did for the very first look for this channel. Otherwise, guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing and tutorial as much as I did creating it for you guys. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon before you leave, so that way you're notified when new content is uploaded. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.